what you see. A bunch of nonsense on my TV. Heaven on earth is what I need. When I feel I'm in hell every time I breathe. One line from the outside, what you hear. A bunch of nonsense all in my ear. Rich man, poor man, we all gotta pay. It's freedom ain't free, especially around my way.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This your boy Nonsense Nap here. And in today's video, I'm bringing you part 2 to my theory of who I believe to be the traitor of the 9 Red Scabbards. You gotta excuse me, I'm still under the weather. I did have this video done. I had it done. I just was editing and I'm mad I waited to put it out because the chapter already dropped. But I wanna give a shout out to Black Rob Lucci, AKA Black Rob Katakuri, AKA Kazuki Oda Stand account on Twitter. Him, Captain Valen, and Mark Hunter, all three of them was the only people I heard about Denjiro being Kirishiro as well as the Witch and Owl Boy before anybody else got on that wave. So shouts out to y'all. But yeah, man, look out for Vulture Valley and the Grand Shogun, probably as well as like Captain Valley, Captain Yeet. They probably be doing a stream about chapter 973 later or live reaction. So check out their channels. I'm gonna try to drop them in the link description below. But yeah, man, so part 1 already got done. Check out that video if you haven't already before watching this one. But essentially we eliminated Okiku, Nekomamushi, Shinobu, Kawamatsu, and Ashuradoji, right? So I'll be talking about these 5 and part 2 being Kinemon, Denjiro, Inuyarashi, Kanjuro, and Raizo. So to give you a recap of the reasons why I feel like this particular person is the traitor is number 5, had to be a part of Odin's backstory 20 years ago. Number 4, had to be a part of Odin's castle 20 years ago, right? Number 3, I tweaked a little bit, only because doing some more research, which I'm glad I did, I noticed something. But this individual wore the Kazuki crest or the crescent moon at some point and no longer does. And then I'll just give you number 2 and 1. Number 2 had to be on Zoe, and then number 1 currently right now still in the story, right? So if you get that, and then if you already read this chapter of 973, you probably already know who I'm going at. But I'm telling you, I was on this wave last year, like August, bro. Like I was shouting out saying this was my man, but a lot of people didn't believe it, but I'm like, I have all this conclusive evidence and I'm gonna drop that down for you here today. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So we gonna transition. My man Kinemon, we know it's not him. I don't even give you a reason why it's not him. He got the clan on his back. Stamp. Come on, man. You know who we rocking with. He got the crescent moon on his ankle. He letting you know, I'm out here. What you gonna do? Pull up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Kinemon don't care. He's too honest anyway. It's not Kinemon. I'm not going deep into it. It's not him. Denjiro. What do we see him as? Someone who's manipulative, right? First time we saw him, Buddy used his Jedi mind tricks in order to get over on the gentleman as far as with the pot, right? So this way he can get more money. It's still a bigger pot. So we know he's able to manipulate situations in a devious way, but we also have the Witch and Owl Boy who does a similar thing as far as taking from the rich and giving to the poor, the less unfortunate. So I feel like Denjiro is that character because we know him of him to be doing that in Odin's absence. So it just kind of makes sense for him to continue to be that same type of character, right? And with Toniyasu being there as opposed to Odin, I think that's why he was really giving money back specifically to Ibisu Town, because Curie was desolate, you know, a barren land. But the only people that was typically there surviving was in Ibisu Town. So it kind of makes sense for him to take whatever he could find, money and stuff like that, and drop it out there for them so this way they can potentially keep surviving, right? Makes sense. But for me, personally, I don't think it's him. Why? Because he also wore a kimono that had the crescent moon on it. Him and Kiku were the only two guys that was there dressed in the same attire when Odin was holding them up while he was boiling. It's not Denjiro. My personal opinion, it's not him. Even though we haven't really seen too much about him in the story, I don't think it's Denjiro. X him out. So then we transition. We got 3 left. Kanjuro, Raizo, and Inuyarashi. So remember the same 5 reasons I said for this individual to have, right? So number 5, he had to be a part of Odin's backstory 20 years ago. That's all of them. That's all 10, right? Again, number 4, had to be a part of Odin's castle. Eliminate Okiku, eliminate Ashura, and if you eliminate Ashura, you have to eliminate Denjiro, right? So those 3 are gone. Number 3, they have to wear or have on person the Kazuki symbol or the crescent moon, right? So Kanjuro, surprisingly enough, has had that. Maybe he actually can paint, right? He just out here doing goofy drawings. We know one of the first drawings he did to get up Zanisha was a dragon. The second one was a cat. But at the same time, when we see him in Wano, what is he doing? What is my man's doing? Initially, we saw him cutting hair of live and dead people and selling bundles and brushes, right? Odin put a stop to that. But then 20 years later, we see him here present day in Wano selling fish. Selling the same type of fish, at least in my opinion, that they was given to Kawamatsu in the prison. What do you call them? Sea bream? So what do you think? Do you think that now Kanjuro possibly could be the traitor because there's a similarity there? He's got drawings. He can make it to where he can provide information to Kaido with ease, right? With his drawings. It's very possible. My man's Mark Hunter provided me with information, right, about a painter in Japanese history that betrayed Oda Nobunaga. I'm not going to try to pronounce old boy's name who was a traitor, but you can look the information up. But it's possible that he has ties to that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's not enough. It's not enough information. But I don't think it's Kanjuro. It's not enough there. Why? Because he's a painter and that associates with Japanese history? Possibly. But I don't think it's enough there. So we eliminate Kanjuro. Now you got Raizo. Raizo is very similar as far as an appearance to Orochi. Is he potentially a Kurozumi? He's a part of the only Wabanshu. He left. Why? Shinobu shot a shot. She gave him the Matumbo block. Because he couldn't deal with the heartbreak, he left. And was going around beating up men and trying to capture women. Who else do we know was capturing people in essence as a gift to Kaido? Orochi. Are they brothers? Is he one of the babies that got away? And Orochi took care of him by bringing him into the group? But he couldn't deal with the backlash of Shinobu, so he left? Or did he leave to go into the forest to run into Odin potentially? Because he already knew Odin, because they both was associated in the castle. It's kind of odd. He was also in Zou. That's number 2. You had to be associated in Zou. 3 people, Nekomamushi, Raizo, and Inuyarashi. My man was attached to the red poneglyph. Strapped, crying, boo-hooing, hollering. Because he's seeing people battered, bloody, and beaten coming in, checking on him, trying to make sure, are you okay, Raizo? We thought it was compassion. Or is it the fact that this is now your conscience eating at you, Raizo? Could it be your conscience? I don't know, man. I don't know, but we see Raizo going to the prison to free Luffy. We see Raizo try to find a key for Kawamatsu. Before then, being on top of the board with Odin, he covered Denjiro's mouth and said, we will take on your will. We will do as you say. We will open the doors of Wano. Your dream will be our dream. Doesn't seem traitorous to me. Seems like a weird guy. Probably fun to be around because he's a ninja. But a traitor? I don't think so. Now that just leaves Inarashi. Remember how I said back where Kawamatsu and Inarashi were at the castle? Again, one of those individuals that essentially had the opportunity to take out the heir to the Kazuki clan. Inarashi also knew about the fact that Zou and Wano could receive information, but information wasn't getting put out. Right? Inarashi also knew on Zou about the road poneglyphs, how things were structured and set up. We didn't get information knowing the fact that he knew this, because he didn't go to Raftel. Right? So it had to be a conversation and talk as far as like, and Roger did disclose that information with the crew. So yeah, he would know that. But you know who else would know? Kaido. Is that why Kaido had the question mark? Because Inarashi was giving him that information when Oden was talking about why Wano's doors was closed to keep out a threat, not only to Wano, but the world. Hey, here's this. He was on Zou, right? What did he tell Jack? Hey, look around. Whatever you're looking for, you're not going to find it here. But look around. Right? You don't tell somebody that unless you know whatever's there that they're looking for is there. Kaido has the appearance of Genghis Khan. The old dukedom for Zou was based off Genghis Khan. Name was Genghis Khan. Come on, man. Genghis Khan, he used to name his underlings, like more like the better ones, war dogs. Who's a dog? Inarashi. I know it's a bit of a stretch. That's what BDV said. But at the same time, it's very plausible. Can't rule it out. So now, we know he was a part of the backstory. We know he was in Oden's castle. And we also know, and now this is my bad with me doing my research, that Inarashi did wear. He did wear kimono of the Crescent Moon. And then stopped wearing it when he got a part of Whitebeard's crew. Because what did Oden tell Nekomamushi? Tell the Scabbards, right? When he joined up with them, we're pirates now. We're no longer essentially that. We're no longer part of that Kazuki. We're pirates. You know what it means to be a pirate. At that point in time, Inarashi stopped wearing the cloak. Stopped wearing the kimono. Threw on that leather jacket. Nekomamushi kept wearing his. Why didn't Inarashi? Inarashi is present in the story. Nekomamushi is not. Raizo was in the prison. Who was able to get all contents of information? Where was it flowing through? To Kinemon. And who was next to Kinemon? Inarashi. Now, this is another stretch with the war between Oden and Kaido, right? That battle. The person that stabbed Ashura Doji in the back was wearing gloves. To me personally, it looked like white gloves. Has 4 fingers, I counted. The Minx only got 4 fingers, y'all. Inarashi wears brown gloves. The only person on the Scabbards that has gloves, besides that day, being Shinobu, who was wearing black ones. Now, see, there's 2 people in the panel where you see initial clash with Oden and the other Scabbards. You don't see Kawamatsu and you don't see Inarashi. But everything else outside that, you see the Scabbards here and there, but you really see Inarashi less than everyone else. It's possible. I'm not saying it's the most accurate. Again, all of this seems a lot of fluff, a lot of BS. Like, man, you're reaching, man. You're really out here like Stretch Armstrong, you know? Luffy with the devil fruit. Reaching for stars, my guy. I get it. But you tell me who you think could be the Scabbard. Let me know down below. What information do you guys have to disprove this theory? I'm open to it. I want to have the discussion. I need to know who y'all think it is. Because for me, everything points to Inuyarashi. So let me know down in the comments below, man. Who do y'all think the traitor is? Because I got mine. It's him. Another thing with Japanese history is a famous story with a dog that walked to the bus station, right, with a particular guy, back and forth from work all the time. He would go to work, come back on, from work, get on the train, dog would be there waiting for him, walk back home. Gentleman stopped going, got sick. Dog kept going the whole time. Even with cancer, kept going. But the story of that is the loyalty that the dog had. We know in Japanese culture that, and pretty much in American culture too, dogs are known for being loyal. Who is Inuyarashi loyal to? That's the question. That's all I got, man. Again, let me know down in the comments below what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, please, because that helps grow the channel. But always remember, man, can't take a bad nap. Peace.